Okay. Uh, I briefed in the last video. No, I'm just saying. I'm sure you guys understand some of the difficulties I'm having with having my files intact. A lot of the things that I work on keeps getting changed. Um, I know it sounds weird, but it does. I can. That's why I'm doing a live stream, because I wouldn't want. Yeah, like I briefed some of the. Yeah, one second. So I'm working on this logo. It was actually done. I was going to move on to the next works, but this has again faced issues. Like this line here, it's not sharp enough, and it's not complete either. But it was. I had worked on it for almost a day. I've made several iterations, and then I finalized with this one. Yeah. So I'll have to work on it. I'll walk you through what I'm trying to do. So the thing is, this shadow here, this glow rather. I want it to look sharper, and this region has to look lighter as well, like a little bit lighter. And this glow lines has to look sharper, so it's like an actual reflection on like a silver sphere. So let's try working on it further. This is, to try to show you what effect I'm trying to get here. I'll just try. Shiny sphere. Yeah, something like this, except it's a little sharper, I would say. Something like this is what I'm going for, but in the shape that you saw. And the thing is, it's basically very simple. It's simple to do these things, but somehow I'm not able to. Not because like I said, I had already finished it, but I'm having difficulty, retaining the file as is, because it's being changed. It is changing, however you want to see it. Sure, huh? Let's see. Something like this, except it'll have some more blur. Okay, this is a good reference. I'll open this separately. Not a good reference actually. Find better ones. So these are too sharp. Yeah, this is not a bad example. Again, see, to find a so we can follow along, and it's very easy to execute. It's not like it's a difficult task on the with all the tools and all the fill effects that you have, fill options that you have. It's very easy to execute, but it kept changing. Silver. Let's see something like this is not bad, but it has to be like faded also. So like from here has to look a little faded. Why are you not seeing this? But how? Oh, sorry, I forgot to share this thing, I think. Crap. Okay, so yeah, so a couple of references. This is one, and this is another. So sorry, I not fixing that. It's not being. Yeah, so this fade is good. I mean, not in the exact same way, but kind of around the same blur that you said, except it will be sharp and it will be fading out to the edge. So not bad. Oh, so much work for us in such a basic task. But really, this is just get people aware that this is also happening. See, and the thing is, I care about the final product I put out there. So I will not take any. I really want a polished product, a complete product to go outside. So that's how I keep wasting time. I'm losing time because keep working around these issues one after the other. Not that it matters. And like I said, see, I had done all these options from my side. I even got a Raspberry Pi, like I said yesterday, so that at least I can. It's slow. At least I can get some things done. But even that was facing issues. This is also a good reference. Okay, this is quite good, arguably. Okay. I was just thinking about this one UK-based graphic designer. She's actually a brand designer. Yeah, yeah. See, some of us really designers who are really passionate, we like stare into the monitor a little bit. And she's also like that. Even though she has no like eye issues, she just goes very close. We tend to do that. Okay, let's see. This is not bad. This is also good. Yeah, so I guess these are what I'm going for. But as you see, it's too washed out. It's too washed out, and some of the other ones that I've made. See, I've made a lot of iterations. Even in yesterday in the clip that I showed you, it's arguably not bad. Yes, it's probably state purpose. 20. Okay, let's see the oldest one. It's not bad. Silver one somehow came through Hey, I'm just saying. The reason that I am working on it like this is because I did not get the result I wanted. Sixth one. Another question. size. Soundtrack is not very nice. Huh? I had actually intended something like The Witcher 3, but sure. Better. In there, but the thing is, tends to change. But that is what. So if anybody is watching, I'd actually recommend you take a screenshot, save it in your device. At least remember it. Just saying, huh? Because see, I get results like I want, but then the next day there will be something different. The thing is, it is not. You can't. Currently, as you see, this looks too. It's like too exposed. It feels like that excess too visible. That's almost the way I want it. It's like a natural reflection on a silver sphere. So at least you understand what I'm saying, right? Is something up? No. It, what? Export it. That's not a problem. Uh, 7.5. Okay, that's so 7.5, and this is what we see here. Or not bad. Let me just check the streams if it's working properly. Nobody's watching, huh? Mm-hmm. Better. We just have to wash it out. Get it out a little bit. Yeah, and that's something you have to understand. See, thing is, see, I made all this. See, I made this whole website, the layouts that you see. Sure, there's a lot of content here, and there is the way that I have packaged all this information in one brief, document as this, and notwithstanding the other portfolio, how it is arranged, the other designs that you see there. Does it make sense for me? I'm just saying that you had to have the benefit. Okay, gee, it's better now. But if you had to have the benefit of doubt, or that he's probably not wants to get popularity or something. But the thing is, considering how well I've made the other thing, that is visibly, don't you think this is a relatively simple task for me to execute? And in fact, in the cybercrime complaint, something related to this same thing, but it is actually a coding issue, not the design itself. That is what I had initially complained. Okay, it's not bad. Right. So we have this gradient here. Shape doesn't. This here is it? It's clipped. So the layers. There. How do I rotate this? Um, um, hmm, fine. Yes, yes, okay now. slowly dial down. But hmm, okay. Arms. Right. Ah, not trouble. Hmm. Something. I did notice something odd, but mm, this is not minor things. You never know. See, when it's design, you don't know what it is, but yeah. Just to extend. Better. Better. Hmm. Yeah, we can track the differences if we've seen any. Track the differences in the degree. Better. No, that. Sorry, it's taking time. It's okay. You don't have to watch it. I was actually what's not clear up. So very good. Fine. Okay. It's better. Single session. Okay. Hmm. 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 It's actually good to have a mind map, like mental picture of what is what you had seen and all that. So mhm. Stopped. Well, Simple for I think that slowly but surely. It wouldn't take so much time normally, but Oh. Hmm. Didn't this tail look balanced earlier? Mhm. Mhm. Um, hmm. Just saying, most of the other designs. See the tail itself. It doesn't look like doesn't stand out. It blends in with the whole image itself. For some reason, I'm not able to do the same thing. Even though, if you remember, I had not touched much there, but somehow it's very yeah. Yeah. So what I did in like 10-15 minutes is taking me such long times. I don't know why. Just yeah, you can actually check. The thing is, it has to match the other curve also. I'm just saying, it has to match the other curve, but that's about it. It tends to work out. Makes sense. Oh, studios. What the? What the? Let's all the way back. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh man. One second. Bam. See. Do you really think it's that difficult? What the? It's really ridiculous. I'm just saying it's very basic, you just have to get to show you. So friends. Something like this, except it's actually yeah, I mean, this is just, I have not even like thought about it, I'm just, so this is how simple it is, more or less, but more or less, sure, you can tweak this things out a little bit, but too much. Yeah, something like that. Except it would have more curve here. Just saying, like it's that simple, but for some reason I'm having to. You see what I'm saying, right? It's that simple. It's such a basic task, more or less. And I can just add a gradient, and it's done. So it's not perfect, but sure it is hand-drawn, but not hand-drawn, but something like that. But except modify. I'm just showing you how easy it is for me to usually do these things. Yeah, more or less, but you get the idea, right? Yeah, something like that. See, this is closer to the original, if you notice. Something like that. Sure, it's more refined, but yeah, it's more on the edge. So this is how easy it is to do. I mean, it's with hand also, it's pretty simple to do, but you see how hard I am having to work to get things like this done. So it's tampering. I'm pretty sure if I get the ISP logs, you can actually see what's going on. But the officials haven't taken steps to take it forward, and yeah, I haven't asked directly, but maybe I should. The thing is, these fuckers are everywhere. Like I said, I did get a Raspberry Pi, and that is not any. Yeah, so it's done basically. So that this is what I have. This is what I'm saying. Things that normally is just simple stuff, basic stuff, but I'm having to spend a lot of time with it. Let's see. Uh, More or less, kind of. But let's get rid of this also. What difference? What is this now? Closer to the original, I would say, but not perfect still. But we'll get there. Yeah, such simple tasks. Yeah. So the same with everything else, huh? All other tasks, all my online interactions, all of them, similar experiences. I should also show keystroke size, of course. Yeah. Hell. What's that? Closer to the original. This is kind of what I want, but I'm having so much trouble. This is similar to the original. Yeah, see, sure, it's a little different, but sure, get the idea. Yeah, so that's one demo. Eh? Well, at least we can say that they were right. You see, you can say what you want, but see, this is what I'm saying. I'm a senior graphic designer. You don't think these things would come like naturally? Yeah, better, right? Getting that. So you see, this exact same thing. What I was trying to do, but for some reason I couldn't do it for half an hour. What something I did in 10 minutes because sure, I want to make it polished. I'm speaking about the entire process. This is just the basic layout, and then I have to adjust the gradients, etc. The whole thing just took me 15 minutes, but I'm having to work on this. But I could do it. See, it's just basic stuff, but I could do it in like again 5 minutes. It's manually also. It's quite simple to do this. So you at least you had a small idea about what it used to look like, huh? So good. So like I said, like I've been telling the people there, these are not ordinary, no ordinary hackers, or like they're quite. It's like a group, I would say. Like we have hacker groups, like I'm sure you know, so many. You see in the news and all. It's probably one of those people. And it's probably a rootkit hacking, because I've tried reinstalling. In fact, the reason I installed Linux was so that I don't face issues from, Windows is more vulnerable. So I specifically installed Linux so that I can work on this project. But I was facing issues from the installation screen, from the time I put the USB inside. Those screens itself, I was facing issues. It's hard to explain. Similar, except more. No. So this is what it is. I'm sure you understand what's going on here. It's nuanced. Sure. No, that's right. 7.5 itself. Yes. Yeah, closer to what I want. Right? So at least have a mental picture right now. So this can go in it. See, whatever you see right now, the progress that we've made so far, even that can change in a moment's notice. So it's good to keep like. See, you did see, right? Uh, mm. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, at least here it looks fine. Let's go. Yeah. something feels off immediately. Is this how you remembered it just few seconds ago? Just saying. So it depends. You have to observe. And I said keep a mental picture what it felt like. This is like you can clearly see some kind of misalignment. Actually, in the screen it looks fine for some reason, but this was the screen I was working on. See, you see a kind of misalignment, right? This was not there earlier. I mean, I did undo this, but you see, let's undo it back to the same state. I did try to because I was trying to fit it in, but I undo it back to the same position. So this is what happens. Wait, unless we are all hallucinating this together, of course. See, this is more balanced. And just to show you an example, this looks balanced. Remember this? This looks balanced. All these shapes have a kind of, not symmetry per se, but a kind of, it looks balanced. Unlike when you do this or something like this. Even if it is a little bit off, you feel like, it's not. Yeah, so that's what my point is. Oh, and that's same things like I said yesterday. This is also true in my portfolio also. These things happen like both in this design. That's what I was speaking about yesterday. In this design, it did not look like this. Sure, it's better now. This is not how it looked yesterday. I'm just saying. Yeah. So see, that's what I was saying. See, it's unlike me. It's better now, but it's still not there yet. Oops. Yeah. So yeah. This area is unlike me to have left it empty. Looks better now, but still, it was not like this. It was looking very plain, like the demo I gave yesterday. This is not how I work. I'll actually enable. Can I do keystrokes so you know what I'm doing? I'll have to find out where to get it from. See, the thing is, most people won't realize what the things I speak about unless they actually see. See, most of us are used to seeing good designs, especially online users. We're used to seeing designs with symmetry, and so it doesn't occur to them unless you see a flawed design and then you see the original design. Wouldn't necessarily pick up on these things. Better. This is closer to what I want to do. So I have a mental picture. I'll zoom in here so you can see. Not perfect. Fine. A little bit zoom now. That's fine. Not perfect though. But and I'll do that. Save this. Save a copy of this. I see. I have done a lot of things. I even thought of getting this. What is it called? Hash encryption. So I can save the files contents. I'll do it right now. One second. This is not much point, but at least to save the progress I've made so far. Let's keep an eye on this while I do it. Suppose. Fine. Why not? Yeah. See, it's saved here. So which one is this? Final SVG. Final SVG. Okay. You remember the image, right? Not bad. I can work with it in case. Final SVG. So Whirlpool is a modern version of eGhost encryption. The Ghost is Russian. Obviously, Russian stuff is more reliable in any case. So I can save this. Can I save this somewhere? I have a lot of fail safes going on, guys. See, I have a backup of screenshots, documentation screenshots. It's actually happening here. It's okay. Like I have a cron job, in the background. Where did it go? Yeah, like so. Every 5 minutes it takes a screenshot of it because these things have. That is what actually helped me, gave the cybercrime case with a cognizance. Sure, they have not taken it any further because they also know this is out of their league, if anything. Yeah, but it is a cognizable offense. It's supposed to go to FIR. In fact, it has also directly go to CID because it is above their whatever it is that's what it told me initially. Actually, sometime later, it has to directly go to CID because this is usually what happens is that the rootkit hacking. This only happens to politicians and national security things like that. But sure, because of my political views, you know what it is. So yeah, so this is so it's for the local police stuff to. I'm sure they can actually escalate, but everybody sits around. Yeah, it is. It is. The assistant commissioner actually went. They told me they actually went to the CID to discuss the case. But on the same day, he said he'll call me. Nobody, no contacts. I'll show you the emails. I was writing. Usually they're supposed to respond in a few days, but this has been weeks on end. No response except this one time. One guy said, write to this. If the police station is not responding appropriately, write to another person. No, he's also not responding. After I reminded, so many follow-ups to all the relevant cybercrime departments, all the main ones, but they have not responded. And yeah, so finally, this guy, after around many weeks, yeah, 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks, I asked him, and for acknowledgement, and he said, contact this person. I contacted him. He's also not responding. Yeah, so that's what the status is. But okay, so we did get the hash key, so let's move on with that. This is Whirlpool. It's not coming. Hell. Let's check the design again. Huh? It's not bad. I have documentation, but it's okay. I'll show you to make sure it's nothing private. Huh? It's okay. I'm just saying I have a cron job running, which takes a screenshot every 5 minutes, and yeah, and mhm. So yeah, so let's. Yeah, and just to say, people can say what and all. They'll say, at least one of the discussions I had with ChatGPT, it says you may be thinking this up because you're not technically. I've done a lot of. See, in fact, my career started with as a web designer. Sure, it's not because I was not skilled. In fact, I was the best in my class, both in college. Yeah, me and one other colleague. We were the best in our class in web design. So it is not an issue of skill. It is most of these changes that I'm trying to bring into Firefox are both the front end changes, HTML and CSS, only JavaScript also. But the thing is, I was trying to do it manually, and that is when I faced these kind of issues with my file. So I switched to AI. So AI started giving very out of context, absurd responses even sometimes. Not absurd maybe, but really out of context. They're not answering, and it has never happened. I have a lot of. See, I've been using, like most of you, I've also been using AI since the time it came out. These things have never happened to me. So many of these, I'm just saying, like I know what these, and it is not just in the VS Code chat. It is in this chat also. How it happens. So how do you expect? See, I've been using it. I've never faced any issues. In fact, most of the time, it has given relevant answers. Sure, it has some biases based on how they program it, and more or less something here also, from what I know. This is all. Yeah, so I'm saying, see, I've been using AI since the day it came out, so I know how it works, what it works like. I spend more time on the computer than most people because I really like researching, reading about things. Yeah, so I know what it works like. So when wow, obviously, huh? That's what I'm saying. Look at how many chats, and this is just a new account. On top of that, this is not even my original account. My original account was with Gmail. I stopped using Gmail because of all the same reasons. It's not safe. Proton is supposedly safe, but these are rootkit issues. So in Gmail I have even further lots of chats. Almost daily I used to have two or three. I know how it works. I know the kind of reliability I can expect from it. And it did start giving answers, but once I started working on the project, it started giving very unrelated answers, unrelated responses. So let's do this. Let's do the hash encryption here. Hmm. Better. Okay, let's do this one properly. Hmm. Yeah, it's better. Bad, huh? Something feels off. Hmm? See, good. So, Better. This looks good. This looks closer to how I want it. Please keep note of this. I'll also take a screenshot. Okay. Okay, let's save this. Okay, let's check the time. Please keep a mental note of this. Oh man. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. Wait, PFC before. Fair enough. You can work with this further. So this is a good working template. I'll also save this separately. I'll show you all sides. Yeah, it looks balanced. All the shapes looks balanced. Such basic stuff. Seriously. I have better things to do. What the? Seriously, if people just started doing their jobs properly. Not just this, there are other issues I've mentioned, and it's all part of the same things. And I mean, at least a tweet before you see me speak about cybercrime, you'll understand what it is. This really fucked up people. Neither do they know what they're doing. I'm just saying that was not by accident. Okay, fine. Let's finalize we tell this. Sorry, huh? I'm a little obsessed, but it should look fine. Some a little bit is off, but the thing is, I pick up on this thing, and I fix it before I save it. If you cannot follow my, so see right here, I will just move it. How many times? Huh? Something like that. But sometimes you miss it also. Sometimes it happens in design, but this is, yeah, when it turns out completely. See, I am used to my expectations. I know the quality standards I try to keep. So it's, I know when something is not my work, All right, should work. Yeah, fine. I mean, I can work with this. It won't take much to fix work around this in any case. So let's hash template. So all these things can change. I'm just saying, okay, let's. I'm just saying, if you can actually get, see, we have to have a live ISP tracking. They can, change things. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to do that. If we can live, traffic monitoring, we'll know what's happening. But if you get pre-recorded records, they can be tampered with. But if we can somehow do live tracking, then I can show you how efficiently I can finish these tasks. If you can show live tracking, live traffic. So that I can guarantee, because this is happening. This is something that's very prevalent in my experience. So if we can track my ISP or the traffic that goes back and forth, we can actually find out what's happening. But the pre-recorded data, it can be tampered with. I don't trust that about that. It matters pure, we can get it. But I do think that live monitoring is better. That way we know exactly what is happening and whether or not I'll be able to do this in in like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, the whole thing. Okay, this is better. Okay, this is hash template. Let's do this. Yeah, live tracking, it can help. So we know exactly what's happening in the back. And the thing is, yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, all of those things. Okay, let's copy this things over. You can, if anybody is watching, you can take a screenshot of this because we will want to verify it later. What are these ones? Base 64. Fine. This is the hash key. I also use Proton, but supposedly Tutanota is better than Proton. Because it has, what people don't understand is Proton advertises its services as open source. So in case they like screw around, people can supposedly, I'm not sure. See, the thing is, it's owned by Chinese people in Switzerland, but the workers themselves, most of them, even the senior staff, many of them are European. Europeans are generally more trustworthy, and the thing is, the backend of the Proton, all services, Proton Mail, Proton Drive, they're closed source. Just the front end, whatever you see, that's the only thing that is open source. But they advertise the whole thing as being open source. For some reason, that is what I read yesterday. This is not how I remember it originally. But supposedly it's deliberate miscommunication. They want to portray themselves as an open source company rather than them completely being one. Front end, who can't do, man? This is basic stuff. Any novice UI designer can make up UIs. So that I'm sure there's a lot of front end code also, but still, it's not much. But still, arguably, the reason that ChatGPT said is because it doesn't make sense to expose the backend to public, because hackers can find out what happens. But supposedly Tutanota does both, front end and back end, both are open source. That is German based. Tutanota is German based, so that is more secure. And if you notice, I don't know if you guys know about this, most of the privacy focused software comes from Germany, because they understand there is a certain kind of threat from the US led. See, I don't know, many of them. If you notice, there are so many privacy focused YouTube. Many of them come from German based developers. Many privacy focused. Nota is German. What if I forgot the name of the YouTube alternative? It's not Vanced. Something it was called. Invidious. It's based on Invidious. Most of them have German because they understand something about what happens behind the scenes. Many of us don't know most of these things, not to the extent that the cyber experts know. Yeah, so yeah, that's what it is. And besides, I had given a very good example. I'll show you that right now. Oh, sorry. You'll find it interesting. See, most of you, based on how you've seen me speak to you right now, that's what I'm saying. How you see how proficient, my proficiency in English rather than saying that this is different. And again, see, this is also related. Just like what you said, the tweet I said, should read about earlier. Yeah, so wait, where is the more of this? Where is all this? Once again, I'll show you. It'll be very interesting for you to notice. See, look at what I've written, said here. I did not write this originally in this document. It is shared in that file here. Yeah, so this is, I did not see. Look at the wording here. I have said in person. With regards to getting unrelated search results being a target for investigation, I have said in person that I have been working. See, for saying I have been working as a graphic designer since 2015. You can read the rest of the passage to see if it makes sense. Does it make sense for me to say in person? I'm just saying, why does it matter? What does it matter? I have been working as a graphic, but why would I have to say I have said in person? And just to give context to that, 1 second. See, the cybercrime station has said this. Look at the wordings very carefully. Dear Justice Rajan, kindly visit the cyber station in person. Okay, and this change happened after I said that. After they said that. So when I checked that document, and this is in Proton Drive, you have to understand. This is in Proton Drive, and this is this file. It's a PDF file in Proton Drive, which is encrypted. Into an encrypted Proton Drive. In this, there was that change. So you can understand how deep these things are. See, I'm just saying. Notice my English. Yeah. See, it doesn't make sense. See, I have been working as a graphic designer since 2015. Keep that. See, it doesn't make sense based on the English proficiency that you see come from my side. Does it make sense for me to write this? This is my question. I would never write this, but it appeared here. That's what I'm saying. So, and see, that's so it's ridiculous how prevalent it is across all social media. And like the example I gave on the other yesterday's live stream, this is also kind of being responded to in some sense. I don't know, the video that I showed you. Yeah, this one, I showed you about my images being modified, and look at the text effect here. Sure, you can say what you want, it's just random there, but it looks a little weird, doesn't it? I mean, have you seen things like this before? I mean, it rarely happens in your online experience. I mean, minor things here and there you see, but then you can obviously make relations. That is definitely there. But I usually find these issues and I see something related, and you feel like, I'm sorry, don't think that. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, this is a similar issue that I noticed, and I'll specifically tell you what it is. See this image. It's a GIF. Actually, I'll show you here. See this it looks whitish in this screen, but not in this screen. But this is what I was working on yesterday. This appeared more whitish than it should, because the whole image is kind of yellow tinted. I had given a yellow tint to this also, but in the screen it actually looks more white. But it's okay. It was in the same screen, so it doesn't matter. It looked more white. at one point of time, and it looks similar. I'm just saying, I don't think anything. Please don't. Where the hell is it? Yeah. So it's white and yellow. I'm just saying. You don't know. You can think what you want. I'm just saying. I just found it weird. That's all. Just like the video itself. Okay, I'm just saying this has been my online experience, and that is I have given countless examples for that also in my original cybercrime complaint. If you notice, second. Let's see. It can be, like, what is it called? Whatever cookies or all you save, but still, I happen to see it, often. That's what I'm saying. See, in the original cybercrime, I'm spoken of these kind of not directly like that, but see, just before I gave the cybercrime complaint, wait, coming down. Yeah, see, just before I see this comprehensive report, I was able to submit it with all the details. You see, all the links. It has all the videos of discrepancies about the working code. The code I told you about AI code not working. It started working after I gave this out. These people are like little scaredy cats. After I gave the cyber complaint, it immediately started working. I'm just telling you. See, whatever code I can show you right now. Oh, not sure if I've saved the final version, but yeah. So this is a working full screen mode. Now let it come 1 second. Wait. Yeah. So this is a working full screen mode. See, this is how it works. So this is what I was trying to do since for 1.5 months, to chatting with ChatGPT back and forth, so many chats, so many back and forth, so many different. I subscribed to GitHub Copilot, all of those things, but it never worked. But immediately after I gave the cyber complaint, it gave it in a few prompts. Sure, it took like a couple of few chats, like 4 or 5 back and forths, but it worked immediately. Or whatever you see now, this is a big change. It's a big change for the browsing experience. This is what I've been trying to do, but it worked in a few prompts immediately. And this is what I'm saying. So this is what keeps happening. And again, like I was saying, as soon as I gave the cybercrime complaint, the AI started working. And that's not what it is. Where is that one? Yeah, just before I wrote this comprehensive report, this is about Dota, and the thing is, this issue that I mentioned here, it never happened in my entire life. See, Dota and Steam are known for being extremely reliable, and this issue it has never happened in my life. I'm just saying, see, when you start putting all these things that you see together, you feel something is off. That's what I'm saying. It has never happened in my life. You can ask players around you. You may have Dota players from your classmates or your friends. Ask them if they have ever seen something like it. Has never happened to me. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So this has happened immediately after I gave the cybercrime. Okay. After I finished writing it, I was just taking a break. So that's when it happened. So this when it happens all the time across all your platforms, every interaction that you have, then you feel like something is off. That's what I'm saying. So I've saved the hash key. Yeah, so this is the change. This is actually a little transformative from my experience. Because more people are not used to, and because it is very accessible to people. I like desktops, obviously. So this works everywhere. It works in all websites. Works on all websites. So people can immediately switch between a full screen experience, and it is very rare because we rarely use full screen for browsing. We rarely use that. But so this is so are the other changes I'm trying to bring in. But that is what I'm saying, because it is a transformative change that is coming out to people, and it can actually make an impact. I can get my voice heard and get my message out there faster if this is popular. And more, not just that, this is very profitable also. It's a life change. This works. It works seamlessly. You don't have to worry about anything. It just it's a fresh experience. And that's literally what I said. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm facing these hurdles because I'm trying to bring a new, very these people are not competitive at all. They're very smug, and that's what I'm saying. These Americans, they stifle competition. Stifle, they acquisition. They ask you immediately if you've seen that with Adobe. They see a competition, they just buy it up. It happened here, if you remember, with Amazon and Myntra, not Flipkart. Yeah, see, Amazon and Flipkart were the two major players, but Flipkart could even branch out into all the other countries, just like Amazon. But it was subsumed into the American economy because of the Walmart acquisition. Similarly, because I don't compromise. People, do that, but I don't do it. So I feel like it may be a threat to the monopoly interests of these people. That's what I'm saying. So, not just that. I'm sure you also know my political views. How I'm sure people understand. We are practically very aligned with Russia. I would even say we are twins in some sense, but twin diplomacy. Not really. Also, I'm just saying we are very similar. We have similar allies. We have Iran, Syria, all of those things. And besides, we also have to remember that Russia was our steadfast ally whenever we have the Indo-Pak war. I don't know which year it was. 99. 99, I think. 99 or 98. So the US had denied us GPS service, despite the fact that we were right. See, everyone knows we are right in the Kashmir issue. Whatever is going on is just diplomatic hurdles, status quo. Yeah, but Russia actually started providing their satellite services. So we know they are a dependable ally in that sense. So we know that is my basis of knowing who to trust. Not just that, everything. Yeah, so that's what it is. I'm just saying, so this is not just one thing. This is just me making a product like this is only one part of the whole thing, is what I'm saying. If you notice, yeah, I'm sure you know. Yeah, so I'm like a Soviet. So these are all, it's like, because I like the kind of character these people have. I also carry the same values. Yeah, so similarly, I have criticized the US, how they work, what it is that, and in fact, in the cybercrime complaint, I said they were insidious. They just stay back and observe what's happening, and when it is opportune, and that is what happened. That's what happens with these people all the time. When in the how many times have I said this? In the Stalingrad war, they were still supplying. You have to understand, they were still supplying, but they really started properly supplying. They started looking like a proper ally, looking, double inverted commas, only after the decisive war of Stalingrad. So this is how they work, and how both sides were there. If you remember, during Germany's Nazi National Socialist time, Hitler had actually spoken favorably about Henry Ford. He had also criticized the Jewish people he was supporting. But then why did they not? So they play all sides, and depending on who wins, they say, "Oh, we were with them." This is how they work. This is what you have to understand. This is what I say all the time. I posted countless stuff on Facebook. Yeah, so this they have every ideology under the sun, so they feel like they can get anywhere, but they get shafted out every single time. But okay, let's move on, huh? Yeah, so this is kind of the same things I say here. Yeah, and again, see, there's a lot of things. See, this image was shared in such a well-meaning place. See, because see, most of the stuff that I say here, it addresses most of the political differences that people have. I try to like see what we are right now is a fight between socialism and capitalism, or communism and capitalism, and that is what we see across. There is no pragmatism in people. But this is unlike what European countries are like. European countries are known for being very pragmatic. They like study the situation. They observe. They actively make changes. To make it. It's very nuanced. It's very easy. It's very easy to do. It's just that you have to do the right thing. At the right time. That's all. There is no hard and fast. See, what I say sounds very. What's it called? Cringy, maybe. But it's not. It's very simple. It's the easiest thing to do. But they understand that policies, there is no hard and fast economic policy. It's about doing what's right in that circumstance. Let's see what gives us the results, and let's do that based on it. Sometimes it can be capitalism. Sometimes it can be distributing wealth. Depends. And people can do whatever they want also, but it's just for the common good. We have to do what is right. So it's just a very. That's what I do. See, what I say, it doesn't sound right. Sorry, but it's what I say here. And so I was saying this: if you live like that, you can reach very successful positions like the Scandinavian countries, like the Nordic countries, and like European. For all of us, and that is what I was saying here. But they modified this image. I don't like to say all that. But that is why I put this black barrier here. Because they modified this image. This is my personal blog. See, this is what I said here. I said monitor tech, but now that I have, because I can't explicitly say that something happened, because people won't take it. But now that you've seen everything else that you've seen outside, that's why I said monitor tech. They modified this to, I don't know how you can do it, but there's apparently very smart people. But yeah, so anyway, moving on. So that's what all this stuff. So this is very dynamic, and all the other changes also. Some of the other changes that I try. The one thing that's a little bit off here is this URL bar coming in a little abruptly if I press it too quickly. So that is one thing I want to fix. I'm working on. I'll be working on that next. But yeah, so the other changes I'm trying to bring in are the bookmark groups. So what I plan to do is just like this kind of the uh, tab bars themselves will move out, go out of the this bar area, and to reveal tab group. So I'll like group these things. Where is it? Yeah, so it won't be like this. So it'll have a little shape here. I've given a demo for that. Yeah, so it'll be group it. So it'll be a group like this, except it'll only be one tab. And when you click this tab and you scroll up, bring your cursor here and you scroll up, it'll reveal all the other tabs under that group, and it'll work just like this tab section. Where's the ungroup, man? Yeah, just like this tab section, it will work just like this. So that will be a new experience, and then you can go scroll up from anywhere to go back to the main tabs again, and then do that. So that's one more change, and then so many other subtle changes to make the browsing experience, bring a new, some innovative changes that have been, overdue in the industry. So yeah, yeah. So this is the hash key. I'll save this. What is it? Quicksilver browser logo. Browser Good. So we know. See, if you are watching this, take a screenshot of this so we can actually verify what we see later. At least we know where we're going. Yeah. Good, huh? Okay. This is kind of what I want to see out there, but it did not look like that. That's what I'm saying. All right, let me see if my streams are still there. All right. All right. So let's. I'll finish the rest of the logo after I take a small break. Huh? But at least we know. You should remember this scene. Huh? Have a mental picture of what you've seen. At least so far, this is not final at all. I'll show you the final version and then we'll upload it. Very tedious, but let's do something. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. See you guys in some time or tomorrow.